about my background then. I guess I'll start from where I finished my studies. It's probably the most relevant for you to understand. So I'm from Liverpool originally. Absolutely fanatical football fan, but that you don't need to know. I'll tell you a bit about my degree. So I was graduated in business studies, which was basically everything you can possibly imagine in business: communication, marketing, finance, entrepreneurship even. Every type of module you can possibly imagine, which I think serves me as a good base for the future. Business studies in French, that was at the University of Liverpool, where I studied there. For those that don't know, Liverpool's a red brick university, meaning it's one of the top universities and one of the universities with the biggest traditions in the UK. At the end of the studies, when that was all finished, I continued with teaching, interpretation and translation as a side business, and I became an international sales consultant for a group called Meltwater News. For those that don't know Meltwater News, it's basically a really, really powerful version of Google. You use it in communication. But after a year and a half, I decided it was time to move on to different things, and to be perfectly honest, I decided that teaching actually pleased me more in terms of a job. So I continued down that pathway. I became branch manager for a company called First Step en Anglais, which was a private English teaching school. So here we are, 10, 12 years later. I've had the same amount of teaching experience approximately, and now I'm currently running my own activity. What's quite interesting about my current activity is that it's split 50-50. In fact, half of my time is actually spent teaching professionals. Even today, I still continue down that pathway. That allows me to keep up to date with what's happening in modern business, to keep up to date with any new theories, any new working practices, which hopefully I can then transmit onto my current students in ISEG, for example, which is the other half of my activity, teaching to business schools. One of the things that I really, really like about ISEG, it's first of all the profile of the students. I find, generally speaking, the students are very, very mature people. They come to class with an open mind. You can have intellectual conversations without too much disturbance in the class. I think we can go quite deep into subjects as well. I can happily say that the English level is, generally speaking, very, very high also, which makes life for a teacher a lot easier as well. So yeah, the maturity is what really makes the big difference. About the actual school itself, one of the things that I really appreciate is I think there's a level of trust. Can give some certain examples. One of the things that I really, really appreciate here is the intensive workshops that happen. For an entire week, we can work with a real business. I've participated in a few already. And you can help create real links, which of course can be useful for adding real life experience to the students here. Help them to understand what happens outside of the school walls, and it could even perhaps lead to an internship later on as well.